So we're going to continue here, and we're going to talk about something new that you've never seen before called composition. All right, so if you're thinking, oh, I feel pretty good about what we've done so far, all right, time to really focus because I'm going to ramp up the challenge here. Okay, so again, this is called composition. All right, so if you think about composing something, all right, the way we're going to do it in math is we're going to take one function and put it into another. Okay, so that's what we mean by composition. Now, another thing that students always do is they read this and think, fog of x. That is not what it's how you read it. It is f of g of x. F of g of x. So that O is for of. All right, that's okay. Let's do some examples together. All right, in the first example, it says f of g of 3. I'm going to right now, you should not do this, but right now I'm going to just cross out the f. Don't do that on yours. Do not do that. All right, let's just do g of 3. Do you guys know how to do g of 3?
Nope.
Somebody should in this class.
G times 3.
No.
And G cubed. 3 squared.
Right? If g of x is x squared, how am I going to do g of 3? You're going to put 3 where it says x and make sure we use parentheses. So what is g of 3?
9.
It is 9. 3 squared is 9. Rossi's the new genius. All right, 3 squared is 9. Yes, you should write this down. I'm sorry. Yes, my fault. Thank you for that. Now, the reason that this is new, guys, the reason that this is new is because we're not done. All right? In the problem, it didn't just say g of 3. It said f of g of 3. So if it says to do f of g of 3, well, guys, what is g of 3? What is g of 3? 9. So I'm going to do f of 9. So now I'm going to go to the other function, which is 2x minus 3. And what am I putting into x?
2 times 9 minus 3.
Very good. Which is 15. So what is f of g of 3 equal to?
15.
Very good. That's it. That's called composition. Rayman, we don't need those comments anymore. For those listening, that's Rayman Coleman.
So if the number, all right, I gotta change question. All right, so the number will always be the answer to G will always be plugged into the thing.
The answer to the inside will always be plugged into the outside.
All right.
Correct.
So
let's.
Just let me marinate, sir. Instead of
You're not chicken.
Instead of a 3 right there, and there was a 2.
Okay.
Would it be 2 squared?
Be 2 squared, which is?
4.
And then where would I put that 4?
And X.
In this one.
All right.
Great. Let's try this other one. The other one says g of f of 3. So what am I going to do first?
Do it backwards.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Megan.
And if we wanted, like, you know how you cross it out?
Uh-huh.
If we wanted to do that
And then erase it? Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to just ignore the first piece. And I'm going to do what first? Very good. So I'm going to do f of 3, which is 2 times 3 minus 3. What is that?
3.
Very good. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. Okay. So now, as Megan said, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to erase that. And now I'm going to plug in what into my function of g?
3.
I'm going to plug in 3. So I'm going to do g of 3, which is 3 squared or 9. So what is g of f of 3? It is 9. Guys, that's called composition. Whatever you want to think of it, I always think inside out. Think inside out. Inside piece first, then plug it into the outside.
Inside out. Inside out.
Spoiler alert, guys, haven't seen it. All right. Okay, any questions on this type of composition? Is everyone okay? Okay, so let's do 2 more composition. But this time, what do you notice is happening on the inside? It's x. It's not a number. Okay? So it's a little different. So the way that I do it is this. Which one is on the inside? G. So I'm going to circle g of x. So I'm going to circle g of x, which is x squared. All right? So imagine, don't write this, but imagine it said f of 2. What would I do if it said f of 2? No. I would plug into here. So it'd be 2 times 2 minus 3. But guys, it doesn't say 2. What does it say? Actually, it doesn't say x. It says, no, it says g of x where it says 2. Do you see how here it says 2 and here it says g of x? So that means instead of plugging in 2, I'm going to plug in g of x. And what is g of x? X squared. So I'm actually going to take this function and put it into that one. So this is equal to 2 times x squared minus 3. That's it.
So for the other one, you would just flip.
Wait for it. Let them marinate a bit, right? As Rossi said.
Exactly.
So this is a little bit weird, right? Think about your favorite movie, Inception. You're putting something into something else. A dream within a dream within a dream. This is a function within a function. Okay, let's try the next one. That's it. We can't solve it. It doesn't say a number, so we're done. Let's do the next one. The next one says g of f of x. So I have my g of x function x squared. What am I putting into that? The whole entire function. So I always say, what's the inside one? What's the inside function? F of x. So I'm going to circle f of x. And I'm going to put it where?
Inside.
Into the other function. So this is going to be 2x minus 3 squared. And you're more than welcome to leave it like that. If you wanted to actually expand it and do the multiplication, you could. Again, you don't have to, but it would be 4x squared minus 12x plus 9. Don't have to do that. Do not have to do that. It is totally okay. Totally fine. All right. So guys, I'm going to give you 10 minutes. 10 minutes to do the next 4 problems, and then we're going to have an exit ticket.